Colleagues at the head table, ladies and gentlemen, on December 2 last year, as part of the observance of the International Year of Biodiversity, the Regional Office of UNDP published a report entitled Latin America and the Caribbean, a Biodiversity Superpower. This regional initiative has been advanced by UNDP in partnership with the Convention on Biological Diversity, CBD, UNEP, and ECLAC. This report highlights the contribution that biodiversity and ecosystem services make to the region's development, equity, and long-term competitiveness. It gives examples of public and private investment in biodiversity conservation and in sustainable management for several countries throughout the region. I'm very pleased this morning to be able to make a presentation of a copy of the policy brief and the executive summary of the report to NEPO for their document center. Also to let you know that each of you here this morning will receive an electronic copy of the report from NEPO as part of the documentation that will go out from this morning's workshop. So, Mr. Knight. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Williams. Now we turn our attention to the Global Environment Facility. Ms. Leonie Barnaby will come to bring some remarks. As I said, Ms. Barnaby is the focal point here in Jamaica. She's the Senior Director for the Environmental Management Division in the Office of the Prime Minister. She has vast experience in this area, a tremendous resource person, and I take pleasure in welcoming Ms. Barnaby.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Distinguished persons at the head table, ladies and gentlemen. It is also a pleasure for me to thank you, Madam Chair, to be here on this occasion where we are at the Inception workshop of a project that we first started to look at in 2006. The Global Environment Facility is a financial mechanism for the Convention on Biological Diversity. And biodiversity, along with climate change, land degradation, international waters, and now chemicals, are the focal areas for the Global Environment Facility. In 2006, there was a new approach to funding projects by the Global Environment Facility. The Resource Allocation Framework, or RAF, was developed to look at a more focused allocation of resources to countries. So for all the countries, the developing countries, their Global Performance Index, their Global Biodiversity Index were analyzed. Those were used to analyze the countries. And on that determination, countries either got a group allocation or a specific allocation. Jamaica was one, I think perhaps the only English-speaking country in the Caribbean, and truly a biodiversity superpower, to receive a country allocation for biodiversity. I think Cuba and Haiti also received country allocations. These allocations were based on the potential of countries to generate global environmental benefits and their capacity, policies, and practices to successfully implement the GEF projects. The project on strengthening operational and financial sustainability of the National Protected Area System was one of our main projects under the RAF. Persons before have talked about the timeliness of the project in terms of looking at climate change resilience, but also because it was poised to offer a practical means of implementing some of the proposals on the National Protected Area System Master Plan. So we are going to be able to deal with financial sustainability. We already have several recommendations for financial sustainability of protected areas. So this project will assist with that, as well as with the legislative framework for protected area system management. Another strong linkage, of course, which you will hear about from Mrs. Blake from the Nature Conservancy, is with the Caribbean Challenge. Jamaica is one of the countries in the region which have made a pledge for effective management of a certain percentage of our protected areas. And through the Caribbean Challenge, we will be participating in the Caribbean Biodiversity Fund, which again will be supportive of actual implementation on the ground of effective management. 4 years have passed since 2006. We're in a new replenishment of the Global Environment Facility, the 5th replenishment. We have a new system called the System for Transparent Allocation of Resources. And in this, all countries now will get a specific allocation for biodiversity, climate change, and land degradation. We're no longer so special, but it's good that all countries will be able to use their funds, apply the funds as they see fit. I should just like to let you know that we have already looked at one project proposal related to biodiversity and land degradation, and with the IDB, and that project will also be supplemented by some set-aside funds for sustainable forest management and reducing emissions from deforestation and degradation. You will hear more about this project as we go into our exercise to plan for the next 4 years under the Global Environment Facility. I just want also to note that with the launch of the Critical Ecosystem Partnership Fund, the Canary Nicole Brown. I'm sorry, this is a UNDP function, which is why I said the other. The Canary Nicole Brown is based in Jamaica for this regional project, and there are other representatives of NGOs here who are involved in that project. But this is also timely because it is looking at, as you hear from the title, critical ecosystems. And we're sure that there will be ways to have synergies and linkages with all of the activities we're doing for both biodiversity and climate change. I also want to note that some of our biodiversity portfolio was carried out through the Small Grants Program. Ms. Hyacinth Douglas is here she's the National Coordinator for the Small Grants Program, and we have allocated 10% of our biodiversity country allocation to the Small Grants Program, and again we have seen very important practical work done on the ground. In closing then, I would just like to thank the UNDP and all who have collaborated in the development of this project, and to wish that this will be a productive day as a workshop, and that it will be the start of a very successful project that will, as the chair said, and as Mr. Faruqi said, be an example for others.